And welcome to this week's Market Outlook. You're here with your host, Pastor Pips and Nathan. How you doing, my bro?
Good, man. I'm good. All good in the hood.
Okay, cool. It's great news. So, guys, make sure to check out www.litcapital.co.uk and check out our recent website. Request a call back for any inquiries you may have, and surely one of us will get back to you. Now, first things first, let's have a look at the economic calendar. Now, looking at this just from a glance, okay, it looks quite heavy. We've got loads of high impact news, which may cause volatility in the market. Now, looking at this, looks like from Tuesday, the market should be hotting up. Okay, so the only thing I can see for Monday is retail sales for the euro. On Tuesday, we've got CPI for the dollar. Wednesday, we've got NZD interest rate decision. And we've also got President Lagarde speaking and also Fed Powell's speech as well. Now, moving swiftly over to Thursday for the Aussie, mainly focusing on our pairs, guys, by the way, but there is also the yen and whatnot. But on Thursday for the Aussie, we've got employment change and also unemployment rate. And later on in that day, we've got retail sales for the dollar. Now, come Friday, we've only got a Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index for the dollar and with some other high impact news. But realistically, guys, make sure you are, cross-referencing, your economic events with your charts, as this could cause some fluctuations, like I said earlier. Now, first things first, I'm going to go over with you guys is GBPUSD. Now, looking at this pair from the higher time frame, okay, we did see prices, okay, give us a nice retracement, and then we saw price coming down lower. Okay, so we had a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We're yet to make a lower low. Now, what's interesting is price has created these equal lows, this double bottom here, okay, created that liquidity. Now, looking from a higher time frame swing perspective, okay, realistically, we should still see pound push up higher, even though we've broken structure on the lower time frames. However, this could just be a retracement to come down lower. Now, looking closer at potential institutional candle area, okay, I'm looking towards my 79%, which is around 1.3600. Okay, this is the next area I'm going to be looking towards price potentially reacting out of after grabbing the liquidity. Okay, we've still got outstanding liquidity that's sitting above higher. Okay, and I would expect prices to go and take that out. Over here in England, there's a lot of optimism as lockdown is finally being brought to an end. Well, we're working on that. We'll see how far we can get with that. My second pair for you guys is going to be on GBPAUD. Now, GBPAUD last week, we were looking for price to push up higher to mitigate out this 4-hour candle. However, we didn't get that. Still potentially looking for price to push up higher before we can look for some potential shorts to the downside. Personally, looking at this picture from the daily time frame, looks like prices has actually mitigated out this daily candle. Prices may want to push up higher. However, I was looking at price to come a little bit lower. Looks like may have missed, this trade's entry for about 5 pips, but nevertheless, still keep an eye out for this because prices may want to still potentially come down lower, give us that reaction to then push up higher. So there's a few point of interest to focus on GBPAUD. Looking at the lower time frame here, if price does eventually come down lower, potentially look at this area here for potential mitigation, fill some of this imbalance, take out these lows here, to potentially push up higher. Another area would be on the 4-hour. If we don't actually get prices coming down lower, is up higher, at the 1.81500 for potential mitigation for price to come down lower. There's loads and loads and loads of point of interest on GBP odds. So guys, make sure you just play your setups because prices is reacting out of these areas and we are getting moves out of them. Whether it's 200 pips or is 100 pips, it is a move nevertheless. But yes, guys, that is all from me today. I'm going to pass you over to Nathan.
Wicked, wicked. Thanks a lot, bro. So I hope you guys are well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody watching from wherever you guys are watching from. I'm going to be taking you firstly through Euro NZD, right? So first of all, starting off on the monthly, we can actually see that, we are in a bullish trend at the moment. So as you can see, we're taking up this high to make a higher high, higher low, higher high, and potentially now we are coming down to make a higher low, right? And just over here, we can see that we've actually got equal lows, and just underneath that, we have actually got imbalance and a monthly institutional candle that we are looking at as well, potentially to give us our lower higher for us to push up, right? So coming down to the daily, oops. Cool. So coming down to the daily, as I said earlier, where we are actually we are, bearish on the daily time frame. We have, if I zoom in, we have actually got a institutional candle that sponsored this move down. We have actually returned back into it, and as you can see by these wicks, we are facing some sort of resistance in this area, right? So, and on top of that, we actually have our we've got liquidity underneath this low as well. So everything is really lining up well for us to actually start looking at price to start making a move down to clear out this liquidity and maybe give us a reaction off of this monthly candle. However, if I come down to the 4 hour, where the candle is a bit more prominent, you can actually see, I just zoom in a bit more. Cool. So we've actually got this last up candle before the push down, which actually sponsored this move down, and now we've returned into it. And as you can see a bit clearer than on the daily, we are actually facing some sort of resistance. Price is struggling to break above that, which gives me a bit more confidence to say that we might actually get this move down, right? So that's what we are looking at. Well, that's what I'm looking at rather on the for Euro NZD. I'm just going to quickly take you guys through AUD JPY as well, starting off on the monthly. Just zoom up. Cool. So as you can see on the monthly, we are actually bearish, right? We are bearish. However, and as you can see, we've got some liquidity up here as well. So we could be making, could be having a reaction from one of these areas, right? However, I come down to the weekly, we are actually currently bullish on the weekly time frame, right? So as you can see, by zooming a bit more, you can see we've got a series of higher highs and higher lows. Now, if I come down to the daily, which should give us a lot more a clearer area, sorry, a clearer viewpoint. So we've actually got our, again, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now I am looking at some sort of high low to take place. Now over here we can see once again we've got our imbalance over here, and on top of that we've actually got this institutional candle, which we may see a reaction from to take out this high, maybe even potentially this high, for us to get a reaction from those higher up, weekly zones that I just showed you guys earlier. So this is predominantly my point of interest currently, looking at this institutional candle. Maybe we can get a reaction to make a higher high maybe. And as you can see, we've got this smaller candle. So as we come into this candle, we may even see a reaction from this candle to make our move up, or price may come deeper down into this zone. Whichever happens, we will be updating this inside of the Discord, right? And then obviously just to come down to the 4 hour, just so you can see a bit more of a clearer picture. Again, we've got these two candles before the strong move up and this imbalance. So again, we may end up reacting off of this area for a move up, to take out, like I said earlier, either this high or this high. We're not predicting the markets. We are just responding to what the market shows us, right? So that is basically it from me. What I do want to do is just come back over to the Lit Capital website to load up in just a second. Any minute now. Cool. So once again, this is our Lit Capital website. I would highly recommend you guys to have a look, request a call back if you do have some sort of interest in what we are doing right now. And guys, remember this, right? The Discord. That is where we are going to be updating you guys in terms of all of the trades and all of the setups that we are looking at, and providing you guys with a lot of, with a ton of value to go alongside that, right? So once again, have a look at the website, request a call back if need be. The vibes. It's lit side. And remember, every day is money day.
Peace.